Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And in today's episode of Two Comma Podcast, my name is Alex. We're speaking with CJ. CJ is the CEO of Shibalite and founder of Shibalite. You will learn in today's podcast, in today's interview, how you can make your own crypto project, how much investment do you need, what are the struggles of making your own crypto project. CJ is with us today. CJ, how are you doing? And I'm going to be very direct with my first question. So, how can anyone start their own crypto project? Which network should you advise people to go, and what's the process behind starting the crypto project?
Yeah, so going into it, just in Shiblite's case, we use Sale, which is a very, I would say, innovative platform. Allows a crypto to start up, and the cost is very minimal, about 2 BNB to start your crypto project. And what it allows you to do is, you get these. They have a huge community, millions of users, where these users can actually look at all these projects on this huge list of projects that are trying to start and build a liquidity pool. And so the liquidity pool is an amount of BNB that it's locked for a period of time. So in Shiblite's case, we're locked for 2 years. We're about to extend that for much longer because we want to be in the crypto market forever. I think that's every crypto project's goal, with people with good intentions.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, use Sale if you want to launch on Ethereum. You could use Uniswap and basically lock liquidity, which you'd lock Ethereum tied to your cryptocurrency. But in Shiblike's case, we're locked to BNB, and then we're also on another exchange as well. So we were actually able to raise BNB to get listed on LBank. So that's where we're listed right now, and then we're working on getting listed on another exchange.
How much have you raised for the Shiba Lite? I remember it was like a very good number.
Yeah, so we raised about like $150,000 worth of BNB. As you know, the crypto market has crashed, so it's like about at I think it's like 80,000 now. But we fully expect it once the crypto market comes back. That number will go back up, and then as the project sees more success, we'll add more liquidity into that pool.
That's quite
Just
impressive, in my opinion. So you have probably done some crazy marketing at the beginning to even be able to raise that number.
Yeah, so we used a whole bunch of social influencers on Twitter, on Instagram, and then primarily YouTube. So we partnered with like Marco Haravan. He was big for us, and then later down the line we partnered with crypto channels such as Crypto Prodigy Media, which is you.
Yeah.
Which we saw great growth. We got a lot of new investors in the project. So, it's all about social media. As you know, everything's on the internet. And I just wanted to say that we also have a new crypto advisor, a part of the project. He goes by DeFi. DeFi God is his name. And so he came up with a great idea. And so we're actually going to do a grassroots movement where we're going to put SHIB Lite stickers and put the silver to Shiba Inu's gold. And we're going to put those stickers around pubs, colleges, just places where there's, a lot of stickers and stuff, just so
That's
people.
actually cool. Cool idea, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
Okay, so basically, you have done a massive success at the Pink sale. What was the? How long did you even need from the point where you came up or to idea of the name of the project of the first logo, to building your site, having a community? That's even when after the pink sale. So what how long is that process?
okay. So, yeah, basically the project, it started, we were part of a project called Surginu, which no longer exists. Unfortunately, the founder of it, he didn't have the funds or the means to keep developing the project, so he basically temporarily shut it down. But basically, we were there were some mods that I'm friends with for a long time in the crypto space, and they were part of Surge Inu. And I was joking around. They had a voice chat, and there was about maybe like 150 people on the voice chat, which is pretty impressive on Telegram. So I was joking around. I was completely joking around. I was like, "Hey, have you guys heard of Shibalite? It's the light version of Shiba Inu, because Shiba Inu was very popular at the time." And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, what is that project? How to invest?" And I got a lot of interest. I started getting hundreds of DMs. "Hey, how do I get into Shibalite?" And it was completely joking. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like all these people are
Really?
DMing me." Yeah, all these people are DMing me, and I'm like, I have to do this. I have to do this. So yeah,
Wow.
me and Robert Tremble. So we decided to proceed and develop the project. So we looked at like incubators that could help grow the project, find investors and stuff. So we found Pink Sale, and like, hey, we're getting lots of DMs, so we made a Telegram group, and it got like maybe like 500 people right off the rip. So we had about 500 people on our Telegram, and they're all pumped up, and we're telling, hey, we're going to launch on Pink Sale, and we gave them the specific date, and then we did launch on Pink Sale, and we raised about half of the liquidity very, very fast. Like within 3 days, we raised, I think, like about like $50,000,
That's
very
impressive.
fast. Yeah, and so, but we had $100,000 goal, and it ended up taking a longer than we expected, and so we're like, hey, we need to do something. So we paid for Marco Haravan to feature us on his channel and advertise the Pink Sale, and so we were actually able to fill our goal of the 100,000 and actually surpass it, um, because of Marco Haravan, and then we also worked with some Twitter influencers and stuff. So it did take a little bit more than the two BNB. Probably an extra like $2,000 to $3,000 to get on these channels, which allowed us to fulfill our goal, and we were able to successfully launch off of Pink Sale and then lock that liquidity. So on
Is the truth that actually when you go and do the pink sale, in order to withdraw what you accumulated, you need to fulfill the full goal? Is something like that true? Or you can withdraw at any time. So, for example, if you are at the 70%, you cannot get the funds.
Yeah,
Um,
so yeah, basically, sorry to cut you off, but yeah, basically, you set a goal of how much you want to raise, and it generates the market cap. And if you meet that goal, then you get to go onto Pancake Swap and get locked onto Pancake Swap. Your liquidity gets locked on there, and then people can trade on Pancake Swap. If you don't meet the goal, then basically all the money would go back to the investors. All the BNB that the people invest go back to the investors.
yeah,
But in our
okay.
case, yeah, so in our case, we fulfilled that goal because we did do social media marketing, and so we were able to fulfill that goal and actually surpass it. So you set an amount, hey, I want to raise 100,000, but I will leave it open to 150,000 if people do want to, keep on investing. And then once it hits 150,000, then it will automatically go to Pancake Swap and all that
Okay.
liquidity, and then people can trade for whatever cryptocurrency on Pancake Swap.
Oh, okay, I understand. So, what is the hardest part about making your own crypto project?
Yeah, so the hardest part about making our own crypto project is, one, keeping, all the holders engaged, and then just remaining active. You have to remain active on the social media. Even if you're not doing marketing, you have to be, people, they like consistency. They want to know that, hey, the devs are constantly working on the project. They're not just, hey, we raise all this funds and walk away from it. That's a problem in the crypto space, is a lot of people make it and then they walk away from it. But it's just being diligent and continue to work on the project, because people, they do see that, and then letting them know on social media, hey, this is what we're up to, this is what we're developing. They want to see consistency, because in the crypto space, if you're not consistent, then they're gonna, hey, dump the bag and go to the next project.
Yeah,
So it's
I
all about.
understand. It's yeah, every time it's like that. So, what's your total audience? What's your total community? Do you have a number? Even either on Telegram or Twitter, can you like speculate, or maybe the number of holders?
Yeah, so we have about 8,000 holders, and so we're looking to increase it to, we have small goals. We want to increase that to about 10 to 12,000 by the end of the year. And as I stated, we have DeFi God. He became our crypto advisor. So we have somebody actually advising us. This happened within the past couple days, actually. So he's advising us on all the right plays to make for Shibalite, just to make it grow and be successful.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool, and yeah, I agree with the mentorship. So there's also dark side of the crypto and the crypto project, which are the rug pulls. So I would probably know that the best, since I have worked with like I probably hundreds of projects right now, and you cannot guess on the other side of the telegram if someone is actually evil or not, if he's going to steal the money or not. And based on my experience, when it comes to the rug pulls, sometimes even the project that I was like, they're looking suspicious, they actually didn't rug pull. They have continued and like made amazing number of goals and fulfilled them, and they have a crazy amount of holders. On the other side, some of the most serious projects that are looking like they're inventing the new technology and the stuff like that. Uh, One day they just like shut off and yeah, leave. So why are rug pulls so often today? How do people even create rug pull projects? There are different types. There's honeypots as well. There's Can you explain that better so the audience can be like more educated?
Yeah, so I think the number one red flag for rug pulls is people not doxing themselves, as I'm doing right now and as you're doing, because why would you not show your face if you know what I mean, if you don't have something to hide? I think that's the number one red flag is if they're not willing to show themselves, then chances are they're not serious about the project. And then two, I would say is a lot of these people, they'll fake the liquidity. They'll just say, "Hey, I locked the liquidity for 10 years," and the liquidity is not actually locked. And so maybe after the project will pump like crazy, and then next thing you know, as soon as they get that, because every project gets an initial spike, because hey, this is a new crypto, and then it gets that initial spike, and a lot of the times the people, they don't dox themselves, and then it hits that spike, and then they just pull the liquidity because it was never locked to begin with, or they did a very small lock, like they locked it for 1 week, and then they're telling their whole community, "Hey, we locked it for 20 years." You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, and
and
actually, when they are doxing, some of them are really not doxing. They're like stealing the image from the Google and putting
yeah,
that as their profile picture. So yeah, I understand. So this is why the rug pulls are probably so often, right? I mean, probably one of the biggest rug pulls was the Squid Game rug pull, or
oh
something
my
like
gosh,
that. They took like 2.5 million or something like that.
yeah, that's terrible.
Wow,
It's terrible because people work hard for their money, and at the end of the day, we want to be successful. We can't predict the future, but Ship Light, our goal is to be successful and be around forever. But people, honest man, honest woman, they work hard for their money. It's sad that people are greedy like this, and you want to do these types of things.
Yeah. So one more thing that I agree in total, but one more thing that I wanted to ask you is, you have started your NFT collection on the Shibalite. How's NFT collection starting different from crypto project starting?
Yeah, so NFT starting, one, you need to have a dev that can code in Solidity and that's able to generate the NFTs. Then there's two routes to releasing NFTs. You can either make a minting website where people mint and they generate and they get the NFTs. But in our case, we just listed directly on tofunft.com. So we just literally just released them, all our 500 NFTs, directly onto there. We didn't make a minting website because we just wanted it to be, hey, whoever wants these NFTs, they can go buy them. We don't want it to be like a race for people and they're like, hey, I tried to mint it and they're all gone now. No, we just want it to be fair for everybody and easy for them to get the NFTs. So it's simply just generating the code, then also having the graphic designer to have those NFTs, which was Drew Crumlish. He designed all the Shiblite NFTs, and then we had somebody, our developer, code the actual NFTs, and then me and Robert and some other people, part of the Shibalite team, we actually manually just uploaded them to Tofu NFT.
Okay, okay. So that's pretty cool. And how many how do I even say NFT holders do you have, or have you ever managed to sell any?
Yeah, so we've sold about 350 of our NFTs,
Wow, that's awesome.
and they're all varying prices. They're anywhere from like $30 all the way up to like I think we had one sell for like 1,000.
Wow,
Yeah, so,
that's
yeah,
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So
yeah.
you are really successful. Or congratulations in the whole crypto and NFT world. I'm really glad that you have succeeded. And I have heard about your project from the beginning when you contacted me, and I know that you have put in a lot of effort. There were probably like 10 easy ways and like faster ways to build up a crypto product, but you have done it steadily and the right way, and that's why I like the Shibalite. Can you tell us more about the project, some of the use cases that you are planning to have? In general, I would like to hear more about it, so we can share it to the audience.
Yeah, so Shiblite, we'd like to brand it as the silver to Shiba Inu's meme token. It's gold. So this is what we like to market as the silver to Shiba Inu's gold. So Shibalite is just a by the community for the community project. It's always been a grassroots movement. We always donate 50% of any profit. We donate it back to charity. We actually had 3 water wells built. Um, and those were for communities that very impoverished and didn't have water. It is on the shiblite.com website, and so we had the water wells built, and we also had SaveTheChildren.org, and this helps out orphans and children that you're looking for foster homes and or maybe not getting food, so it supplies money for the food banks to feed these children. So those are the donations that we've made. So yeah, we're basically we're by the community for the community. We also donate half of our profit, and then also we're developing an NFT marketplace. Our goal is to release it by the end of the year. Unfortunately, it did get delayed, but we want to make sure the platform's free from bugs and it's very easy to use. So easy that your mom could release an NFT or buy and sell an NFT on, and we're calling it shiblitenft.com, and that's the NFT marketplace we're going to release. And then we're going to release a play to earn game. Initially, it's just going to be a play to earn game where you can earn Shiblite just for playing the game. And with the Shiblite game, eventually we're going to incorporate our NFTs into the game, so you can earn more tokens if you own one of the NFTs. And then with Shiblite NFT, our NFT platform, in the second phase, we're going to do NFT staking. So first, you'll be able to buy, sell, trade NFTs, and have Shiblite as the main payment for these NFTs on Shiblite NFT. And then you'll be able to stake the Shiblite NFTs as well on that website and earn Shiblite.
Awesome. So you have basically the whole ecosystem built around the project. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. And
So we yeah, you can say.
okay, I apologize. Yeah. So one more thing I also wanted to mention is that we do have staking on LBank already. So you are able to stake Shiblite and earn free Shiblite on LBank, the exchange that we're currently listed in. And then we also want to have staking on the Shiblite website eventually. And that might be in a V2 roadmap. So that's what we're working on.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. Okay, so what I wanted to ask you is, I would like to hear your comment about the thing that actually happened probably like 1 month ago, maybe a little bit more. So, Terra Luna crash, of course. One of the topics that actually I wouldn't say like started the bear market, but it was one of the accelerators of the bear market. So we're currently at the bear market, but we'll leave that to a different topic. Right now, what happened to the Terra Luna? Why did Terra Luna collapse? And in your opinion, is it ever going to return? And how is it possible to return if they want to do it?
Yeah. So basically, I believe the CEO is greedy, and pulled out money. And I think word about that got out, so everybody started panic selling. And so even like with the Terra USD, I think it was pegged to $1 and it went under $1 because everybody panic sold because hey, the CEO of this project, he's very corrupt. He's taking money, buying houses, buying stuff for himself, being very greedy. And I think that this is what happened. And then people started to find out, word got out, and so everybody started panic selling with Terra, and the thing that sucks about this is there's actually very good developers that are part of that project, and it's tarnished their image. And it's just because, the CEO is greedy, is not a good person. Like you said, evil, sinister, and it screws up the credibility of all the other people that are actually genuine and wanted to see Terra, be successful.
Yeah, yeah. So, there's probably no comeback for the Terra Luna, in your opinion.
Honestly, in my book, I don't think that there's going to be a comeback. I think that the developers that are working on Terra, I do think they might branch out and start other successful projects if they're genuine and have good intentions.
Yeah, I would agree. That's probably like the next step for them because they have a pretty good team. So as you said, so I thought actually it was behind because of the big staking percentage. So big how would I big incentive for the holders to stake Terra Luna on the Anchor. So it was like 19% on staking, and I thought it was like pyramid scheme or something like that because who can even promise such a good returns? And I thought it was the reason why they actually pulled out.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that.
That's
100%.
probably one more reason, and they probably
Yeah.
panicked. There were no more people going on. So current bear market. What can you even say about it? Can you say or even predict, just as a plain guess, how long will this bear market last? What needs to happen in order to get back to Bitcoin? So it's currently like 20K, if I'm not mistaken, or around 20K. What needs to happen for it to go back to 50K to first off finish this bear market and then succeed later?
Yeah, so I think there's, everybody hates regulation, but I think when the US government comes in and starts regulating crypto, just as they regulate the stock market, I don't think it should be the same type of regulation like securities. I think it more of a commodity, you know. So I think once they come in and they regulate it and say, hey, crypto's here to stay, we're the US government and other governments around the world are say, hey, we're going to invest, billions of dollars into crypto and the infrastructure behind crypto and build legal regulation around it. I think this is when the next step for crypto to ultimately catapult and possibly see, $100,000 plus Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So probably like few more. I mean, we can know when we don't know when they will regulate it, but there's currently like also situation in the Ukraine and Russia. There's also like interest rates. Actually, you're from US, and you can tell us more about it. So, if I'm not mistaken, there's currently like housing interest rates going up, inflation as well, and those are all factors that are drowning the price of the Bitcoin.
Yeah, so inflation's going up. The S&P 500, which is like the top 500 stocks in the United States, it's decreasing rapidly at a very unhealthy rate. So with that being said, um, I think this once the S&P 500 comes back, I don't think anybody knows when that's going to happen, but I think when the S&P 500 starts going up, Bitcoin moves in correlation with the S&P 500. So I think once the stock market comes back and quits crashing, and I think there's a lot more crash that it's actually going to happen before it gets better. So I think that the S&P 500 is maybe gonna, if I had to guess, maybe crash another like 10-20%, and then I think it'll start going back up just because of everything going on in the world, shortages and housing market. Prices are going up, inflation's going up at a record high. I think these are all going to be contributing factors to actually see even lower lows,
Yeah, and
before things get better.
so basically for the Bitcoin, that means that we could even possibly witness the 10K Bitcoin, maybe even lower.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. And then after that, the new huge bull run is probably going to happen. But all these things need to be sorted out. Okay, so we are actually agreeing on this one. Also, I have prepared some topics that I want to talk with you about, but of course, wanted to ask you how much investment do you need to even start your own crypto project? You have say that I think the marketing is a big part of it, but you have told us that you need only like two BNB to get even on the pink sale, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And what
Yeah.
are the additional costs? How can someone like put the calculator and calculate up how much money will he need for his own crypto project?
Yeah, so if you want to start a project and actually get traction behind it, I do believe you need about like $10,000 to get the proper marketing and get on the crypto channels that you need to actually fulfill your goal that you want to raise. Because if you don't fulfill that goal, then you won't even launch your token onto PancakeSwap. So I do think that you need, at the bare minimum, you need about $10,000 to be a successful crypto launch.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree on something like that. Especially if you're launching it for the first time, you're probably going to make mistakes. So it will probably cost even more. So I would say even
Yeah.
like 15 to 20K. I mean, if you actually started right now your second project, you would probably need like a 10K or something like that for the beginning, because you already have experienced success with your first project and you know what mistakes you have done for. So yeah, actually, what are some of the mistakes you have done with launching the project? What would you do differently? uh I'm really curious.
Yeah, so like, we've worked, I'm not going to name the YouTube channels, and we messaged their official YouTube channel and we made payment up front before the video even came out, and they never even made the video. They kind of just blew us off,
Yeah, yeah.
so I would say that's a huge mistake that we made. And then I would say another mistake maybe would be to, using the initial, as soon as we got our marketing fund, we just started spending on influencers. But at the end of the day, I think the technology and the development behind it is what should come first. Is, developing your roadmap, get that done as soon as possible, and then focus on the marketing. Like, hey, look, we have this use case, and this use case, and this is how it benefits. This is why it's better than the next crypto. So I think just developing the utility for the token. I think this is the number one thing, to allocate funds to more towards the development, and then push for marketing and other things.
Yeah, and also, why are there? I'm just curious. Of course, we are talking about the meme tokens and meme projects. So I was even myself pretty like impressed of how many like Shiba Inus, Dodge Baby, Trillionaire, Billionaire. So much of these projects are going. So who even was actually the first? Probably the Dogecoin.
Oh, the first meme token, yeah. So the first meme token was Dogecoin, and I would say I'll say successful. First was Dogecoin, and then I would say the second successful meme token would be Shiba Inu, which inspired Shibalite.
Okay, so in your opinion, you're basically sharing the name with the Shiba Inu. You have similar name project. So my question is the Shiba Inu 1 cent dream alive or not? What's your view on the whole Shiba Inu project?
Oh, I love Shiba Inu. I love everything that they're doing. They have their own little restaurant, fast food. They have a lot going on, huge marketing. They have Shiba Swap where they're listing other tokens, and you're able to earn residual income by staking these tokens. So, it's a great success, and it's just fun, about having a good time, and then also, launching innovative technology in the crypto space. That's the name of the game, is having fun and innovating.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, they have some extremely big like rallies and some extremely big successes in the past. They are currently, I think, like sixth or I'm not sure if they're still, but some they're probably in top 10. Yeah, still
Yeah, I think they're
in the
top
coin
15.
market top 15 at least. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So yeah.
Th- could they even surpass the Dogecoin?
Oh yes, for sure. They can 100. They've already done it once, but I just think that there's more active developers working on Shiba Inu when it versus Dogecoin. And I think Dogecoin's also, it was kind of like dying off, but then you had a lot of people like Elon Musk who picked up the project. And I think that this kind of changed the landscape for Dogecoin. I think it was a dying project, and then Elon Musk supporting it, that provided a lot of utility because Tesla accepts Dogecoin. So I think that's a huge catalyst for Dogecoin versus it dying off and just continue to go lower. Versus Shiba Inu, they're constantly developing, constantly doing AMAs, keeping their community informed, keeping the energy going. They have a burn portal where people can just voluntarily burn their tokens, which is very cool. So they're doing what they listen to their community. So that's Shiba Inu's by the community for the community. I think Dogecoin's more of the higher ups are going to do what they want to do, versus Shiba Inu is like, hey, let's listen to our community, see what they want, and let's do it.
Okay,
And
okay. Sorry to cut you off. So the next thing that I wanted to ask you. So apart from your own project, of course, you have $100 to spend across 5 projects. $100 for 5 projects. Which 5 projects, crypto projects, of course, would you go for?
Bitcoin,
How much
Ethereum.
money?
What's up? I would
Of
split
the
it even.
$500.
I would even percentage. So
Okay,
what is
okay,
it?
okay,
Yeah, yeah. 2020, 2020.
okay. Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Shiba Inu, and Shibalite.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. I would probably do the same. One more thing that I wanted to ask you is the Apecoin. Apecoin is so popular. It's still like the meme coin or meme token, since it's like close to the NFT collection, of course, one of the biggest board ape yacht club. How do you even see this phenomenon of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Apecoin, all that stuff? This is the project that is on some extremely next level. Having such an expensive NFT collection, having such a successful story around it. What's your view on it?
Yeah, so I think that they're going to be around for a long time, if not forever. They have Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Ronaldo, so many celebrity names that are holding the Bored Ape collection, and you're airdropped ApeCoin, to my understanding, if you held the Bored Apes NFTs. So with that being said, hey, when you're popular with the celebrities, I don't think you're going anywhere. I think you're only going to go to the top, and so I think ApeCoin, they did something very, very smart. They launched NFTs, had celebrities holding their NFTs, and then they were airdropping people tokens for holding these NFTs. So, I see a very, very bright future, and, kudos to them for making such an amazing success and having celebrities begin to hold their NFTs and token.
Yeah, I agree. They have done such an amazing story, such amazing project, yeah, and the results are like really really good. Okay, so um, yeah, I wanted to hear some of the interesting stories about your crypto project. So what were some of the baby stories, or they're called anecdotes, if I'm not mistaken. So some of the interesting things that you came across while doing the Shibalite project.
Well, I would say number one, there's so many scammers in the crypto space. So, I feel like it's best to do like video chats before you either work out a deal with somebody, or, talk with somebody. I think a video chat is almost essential because most of these people, as you said, they pull off a Google image and they're not, real people. And then I would say too, just being able to, joke around with friends on a voice chat and actually get to hear, where we're at today. You're a successful crypto YouTube channel, and I'm a crypto creator. I helped create a crypto project, which is Shibalite. So that's amazing. And then just the roller coaster, going to all-time high, doing all this marketing and then going to an all-time low, and it's just like it humbles you, when you get an all-time low. But it's hey, that's the time. Hey, we got to grind, we got to work very hard, and this is the time to develop in the bear market. It's all about getting a higher ranking on CoinMarketCap. So that's what we're working on now. Hey, let's get on another exchange. Hey, let's release the utility for our token. So during this bear market, we can continue to climb ranks. So when the market does catapult, hey, if you're a top 1,000 crypto, you're going to pump more than a crypto that's, 4,000, ranked 4,000,
Yeah,
so
yeah. So which you are you listed on CoinMarketCap? I forgot.
yeah, so we are listed on CoinMarketCap.
Which rank are you?
I believe at 4,000, almost breaking 3,900. So we're right at 4,000. So our goal, before the bull market happens again, our goal is to be a top 1,000 crypto project.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure, but I think even these I think Plokinu, Dodgel on Mars, Shibnobi, some of those projects are probably even higher than that. So you're like beating a lot of these projects. What's the actual how is CoinMarketCap calculating which one is the first, second, third, the ranking? How is it?
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically just generated based off of your market cap. That's how the ranking
Okay.
happens. And then, yeah, that's basically all it is. It's just market cap.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, based on that, it makes the ranks.
And
Okay.
the 24-hour volume as well.
Oh, yeah. Actually, make. So what's the record you had with the 24-hour volume? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was when we first launched. It was kind of insane. I think it was kind of crazy. We do about average now about 50,000 to 65,000 per day in volume. But I think we reached one day we had like 1.2 million in 24-hour volume.
Wow, that's pretty nice. That's so. Explain me your launch date of Shiba Inu Lite from the moment you opened your eyes to the moment of the clicking the button, launching the project. Is it actually? Did you had like the scheduled launch, or you mentioned that when you make the ping sale, you go automatically launched on the Pancake Swap? How did that day went?
Oh, it was very stressful. We so we fulfilled the goal. We raised, we raised all the funds, but so I do have to backtrack because it didn't automatically launch in our case. So there was a glitch with Pink Sale, so we actually had to contact the developers of Pink Sale, and there was a bug, and so we were finally able, because it was grayed out you know, basically to distribute the tokens. So once you distribute the tokens, they get released to Pancake Swap. All the people who invested the BNB, they get the amount of Shibalite according to how much BNB they put in. So there was a bug when at the time, because Pink Sale was still fairly new at that time, and so there was actually a bug. So it was very stressful. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Did we screw up? I was thinking it was our fault, and thank goodness for Sal Pink is his name. He's the creator of Pink Sale. He was very, hey, don't worry, don't be stressed out. I know you're probably getting hundreds of DMs, thousands of DMs, people worried, creating FUD. He's like, in your community, he said, but hey, we'll work on it. And so it took, I remember it during my time, it was about like 2 a.m. And so I stayed up and I had to work the next day, my day job. And so I had to work at 9 a.m. I remember like it was yesterday. I stayed up from 2 a.m. all the way until 8 a.m. just to make sure Shibalite could get onto Pancake Swap. And it was stressful. It was very stressful.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
actually an awesome story. What do you do by your daylight job? What's your profession?
So yeah, at the time, I was selling cars at the time.
Oh, nice.
Um, but now I work as a trade, so I know electric, plumbing, and AC work, so can do pretty much all of that stuff. So that's
Nice.
basically what I do now.
Nice, awesome. And apart from that, even managing the big crypto project, really nice, man. Congrats. I don't know what to even say. Really nice. Um, okay, so yeah, launching started. Then okay, so the Telegram was like booming with the messages. Probably everyone was excited. When did you finally launch? At the 8 a.m. or
Oh, when did we launch?
yeah, when so you have started at 2 a.m. Then you went all the way awake till the 8 a.m. So when did you manage to launch?
Yeah, so we launched at about 8 a.m.
Okay, and
Yeah,
can
and
you explain me that moment? How did that felt like?
oh, it was such a relief because I was at a point where I couldn't call out of work. I was the only person that was able to do that job that day. So it was it was very stressful, and as you have bills, you have stuff, so you don't want to lose your job. But at the same time, it's like there's thousands of people that are waiting on me to make sure this happens. So yeah, we stayed up. Me and the Shibalite team, we stayed up and were diligent, and then finally got released, and then people were saying all sorts of stuff like, "Oh, this is a dead project, it's a scam, it's rug pull, this, that," in the chat. So there's all this FUD in the chat, and I'm sitting here trying to launch and work with the owner of Pinksale to get this to work, and then also our developer, which is Tomas Sengal. We were all trying to work to get this, to actually launch. So we actually launched, and it was like I was dead, and then I had to go work a full 8-hour shift. The whole time I'm at work, I have my Bluetooth headphones. I'm like talking to people, I'm on the voice chat, and I'm working. I'm like, it was crazy, man. It was
Yeah, I
crazy.
can even guess. So you were probably like all the way thinking about how the project is performing. Is anyone like buying? How what's going on with the project while you had to like do your day job?
Yeah, it was very stressful, but the thing is, it was pumping the whole time. So I'm sitting there all excited, jumping up and down at work and trying to talk to clients. It was very stressful, but it was also exciting at the same time because hey, our pumping, and then we got lit. I think it was like 2 days later we got listed on CoinMarketCap after our launch, and
Wow.
we didn't even do the listing. It was people in our community that filled out the listing for CoinMarketCap, and boom, they listed us. And so we pumped. We had a huge pump, and then we got listed on CoinGecko maybe like a week later, and another pump happened. It was crazy.
Wow, awesome, awesome, man. So my question is, so for the people who actually own the projects, how is the listing on some exchange happening? I have came across. I will not mention the exchange, but I think they were looking for something around $40,000 from the project owners to list their project on the actual exchange. Is something like that even happening? What's the process of you listing on, let's say, I don't know, Binance is hard to do, of course, but let's say some medium exchange such as, let's say, Bitmart, Gate.io, um, something like that. So how is it being done?
Yeah. So these depends. There's different tiers. There's tier one, tier two, and tier three. A tier three exchange, you're looking about $10,000 to $15,000 for tier three. A tier two exchange, you're looking maybe anywhere from 25,000 to 50,000, and then like a tier one exchange, you're looking anywhere from 100,000, $200,000 plus.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's massive actually. So yeah, I can even guess, and probably even if you have like 100K or something like that to go to the Binance, you probably have to have such a more probably things apart from the money to even get listed.
Yeah. So some of them require a certain amount of holders. You also have to sign confidentiality agreement. You also have to abide by all the rules. Hey, make sure you have enough liquidity in that exchange, enough of your cryptocurrency. So it's a constant. Even before, when you're doing the negotiation, even after you get launched, there's a lot of things you still have to do and communicate with the exchange owners or the exchange managers. So it's quite a lot. It's a lot of work getting on exchange and then
But
also
isn't
being consistent.
sorry, but isn't it even like a win-win situation for the project and the exchange? To why does the project even need to pay for, like, let's say, tier 3 exchange? Because like they are going to deliver their community and say, oh, okay, now from today you can buy our coin on the L Bank. So some people who have already L Bank accounts or will register to the L Bank are going to buy it and maybe sometimes sell it, buy it again, and they are going to make the exchange fees, which they are actually making money of. And in the return, you are going to get some of the other, like, why is that not win-win situation? Why do you have to even pay to get listed?
So based off of my experience and other project owners I know in the space, typically you pay for about 3 exchanges usually. And by that time you'll have enough holders and they look at the daily transactions. So you want to see, hey, is there a lot of transactions on this crypto project? Because as you said, exchange, they get fees for each transaction, maybe like 2 or 3% on each. That's how exchange work. That's how they make money.
Yeah.
So so if they say, hey, we see a lot of transactions on this crypto project, because they're listed on 3 exchanges already, they paid money to get on 3 exchanges, have a lot of daily transactions. Hey, I think we can, if we list this for free, I think we can get a lot of money off this daily transaction amount. We can take some of these transactions on our exchange because hey, maybe we're more popular, or hey, maybe a lot of people in their community wanted that token listed.
Yeah, so does even exchange need to like notify you and say, oh, okay, if they want to do it for free, oh, we are going to list your token. Do they need your permission, or they can just like list it and nothing happens?
Yeah, so it just depends on the popularity. I think if it's a less popular project, they'll ask to list it, and then maybe hey, will you donate tokens to list it? And but in Shiba Inu's case, which was really cool, they're they did a lot of the devs and the marketers. They didn't even respond to a lot of exchanges. So what they did when you actually increased the value of Shiba Inu, when you saw it grow a lot, they saw, hey, this is a very popular token. There's a lot of daily transaction volumes. They actually listed on the exchange and bought that token on the open market. In exchange, they don't buy a little amount; they buy hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, of a token. So they have enough liquidity put on their exchange. So this is exactly what happened with Shiba Inu. And so this is our goal for Shibalite, to have the same result.
Yeah, yeah. So have you maybe even thought about listing on the Shiba Swap?
So we would actually have to launch like an Ethereum side to get onto Shiba
Oh,
Swap
bridge.
because we're a
Okay.
BNB based token. So if that's something that we might do in the future is burn maybe half of the outstanding supply of tokens and then do another launch, maybe on Uniswap and launch on Ethereum too as well. And then that way we could get onto Shiba Swap. So that's something that we're actually talked about, but this is something we're only on a roadmap version 1. Once we go to roadmap version 2, these are the types of things that we're going to add to the roadmap because it's going to provide a lot of growth for Shiblite.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense, definitely. Okay. So yeah, what are your plans for the future apart from the NFT marketplace?
Yeah, so the NFT marketplace, we went over. We also went over the play to earn game. So after these things are completed, the next thing we're going to do is launch staking with our own liquidity pool. We'll launch our own staking, and then we also after that we also want, like I said, I want to launch an Ethereum, probably in other less expensive chains as well because Ethereum is expensive, as you know. So launch on like maybe like Polygon, you know, these less expensive chains to launch tokens on, and basically create a swap where people could swap to whatever chain. Shibalite, hey, I want to swap. Polygon, hey, I want to swap to Ethereum. Hey, I want to swap to Binance.
Okay,
So
so the question that I forgot to ask and I have remembered just now, um, what's the difference and why did you choose to list on the BNB exchange? So why some projects go for the Ethereum network, why some projects go for the BNB, why some projects go to the Polygon, some go to the Pulse chain is actually also the chain that I think they are not launched yet, if I'm not mistaken. But okay, so how can projects choose which chain they want to list on?
yeah, so at the time for Shibalite, for us, Shibalite, we just wanted to. We all of us didn't have a lot of money, so it was just a whole bunch of friends that got together. Maybe a couple $1,000 saved up a piece, and we didn't want to launch on Ethereum because it was very, very expensive to send transactions and to distribute on Ethereum. So it's very expensive to launch on Ethereum. So we're like, hey, we're new to this. Let's launch on Binance Smart Chain because it's less expensive. You know, it's much more cheaper
Yeah.
to launch on Binance. So this is why we launched on Binance at the time, and it was the most popular chain besides Ethereum to launch a token on. So this is why we launched on Binance, but we still want to launch on maybe about two in our version 2 roadmap. We do want to launch on two more chains.
Yeah, so why do even projects launching nowadays on the Ethereum when the BNB is cheaper? What are the advantages of being launched on the Ethereum network?
Yeah, Ethereum. I just feel like Ethereum is the biggest chain. I don't feel I know this, but Ethereum's the largest chain for smart contracts. So you get a lot more investors and people who normally say, "Hey, a lot of the Ethereum guys they won't even look at a Binance Smart Chain project." So you get a lot of bigger investors with Ethereum, and then if the benefit to launching on like Polygon, something like this, is it's very cheap, and so you get a lot of quantity, a lot of small holders from launching on something on like Polygon. You're going to get a lot of smaller holders versus Ethereum. You're going to get a smaller number of larger holders. So essentially, whales. If you launch on Ethereum, you're going to get whales, a part of the project.
Wow, so basically like it's the Gucci of the crypto networks,
Yes.
like the most
Yes.
premium network. Why is it the
Yeah.
premium? Because it's the most expensive with the transactions, and it's kind of like I don't know.
Yes. This is exactly it.
That doesn't make much sense. I mean, I know when the project is on the Ethereum, I have like a feeling that it's like extremely serious. It's like a lot of it goes into the marketing. There are like I don't know, like 500 programmers around it and stuff like that. But when I don't know, but it's probably because it was the first chain and the original chain. I mean, one of the biggest and one of the first. And when you go and nowadays, especially nowadays, after so many Rugpull projects and stuff like that, when you see that the token is listed on the BNB network, they're like, I don't know, they don't have like so much confidence. That's probably the reason.
Yeah, and Ethereum's the most secure, and I just feel like, hey, if it's like you said, they have to be serious because you're talking thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to launch on Ethereum versus maybe single digit thousands to launch on Binance. And that so it's much easier to do a rug pull or something, and it's a low cost to do it on Binance Smart Chain versus Ethereum. It's much harder to do it because, hey, 9 times out of 10 people want to be serious because, hey, this is costing me a lot of money to even launch on Ethereum.
Yeah, okay. So the actual few more questions that I have, and then I'll leave you alone. I know you're probably tired from the work, but that's actually the next question. So how do you manage the day work and the being the leader of a project? How do you manage everything? Where are the relationships as well? Making having fun with friends. How do you manage to do all of that?
Yeah, so definitely limited on the social life. So most of my spare time when I'm not working is dedicated to Shiblite because there's a lot of moving pieces. Even when I'm at work, I'm checking messages for Shiblite and responding to them. So just, it takes a lot of time. So it's almost like I'm working two full-time jobs.
Yeah.
But it's worth it because, I love crypto. I love all the people I've met through crypto, and it's I guess I like critical thinking, I do that in my day job. I have to think very critically, and then also with launching a crypto, it's a lot. It also involves a lot of critical thinking. So just challenging your brain constantly. I get a satisfaction out of that.
Yeah, I understand. And um also the topic that I wanted to ask you, just for the maybe younger audiences or something like that, is the college. So you have actually succeeded to do such a great things with the Shibalite. There's no probably education behind it, because of course there's no university for the crypto or anything like that. You have probably done all of your knowledge on the internet with the tutorials and so on. So how do you see people going to the college right now, spending loads of money versus the actual free knowledge on the internet? How did you even learn all the stuff?
So I actually have a degree in marketing management. So actually, I went to college and I have a degree in that. So I would say, even me being a college graduate, I think it's a waste of time. I think that, there's courses online that are much cheaper. There's even online colleges now that, maybe you can get a diploma, college, actually have a degree, and have a physical diploma for like a couple $1,000s, so there's a lot of affordable online colleges. I think is the much better route versus spending like 50, $100,000 going to a physical college. And I honestly believe, even with business, you can learn all business online. You can learn all of that online. Marketing, financial, or actually, I would say finance and accounting are the two that maybe would be good for college. But if you want to go to college, I personally think if you're going into the medical field, you're going into law, or going into engineering. I think this is what college is designed for. Anything else, in my opinion, I think is a waste of time and a waste of money.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that completely. Yeah, I always mention the law and the medicine. Okay, go for it. Like someone said, like I don't want to be operated by someone who watched tutorials on the YouTube. But yeah, I agree with that. But apart from everything else, like there's a lot of free knowledge um, on the internet. Also, what are the your views of the future of the crypto? And I would especially go for the Web 3.0. Not sure if you're familiar with it. How do you see that going on? And also, after that, I'm going to ask you about the metaverse. But first off, Web 3.0, how do you see it coming?
Yeah, I
Just
think
your
it's like
opinion.
yeah, I think a decentralized web is necessary. Just because governments want to regulate and oppress certain people. So I think Web 3.0 is a great thing because decentralized, it's free from government. So I think I'm a libertarian at heart. I like less regulation. So I do think I think that's overall it's going to be it's beneficial to the freedom of the human race. Just being able to do what they want online and transact online, and I just think I believe in the free market. So I think Web 3.0 is going to be key, just in the innovation growth of the human race.
Yeah, and what's your opinion about the metaverse? How do you see that? Is it even a threat for the humanity?
So the metaverse, I mean, yeah, there's a scary side where people have seen the movie The Matrix, where you could realize that you're in a simulation and you don't even know it. And then you're born into the simulation. That's the scary part. Hopefully, humans were smarter than that, and we don't let it get to that. And where it's an alternative. There's people that have mental health issues, and they're not able to speak normally, or they're not able to do things. But in the metaverse, it's a completely different thing. They could be the popular kid, or they could be, hey, they own something in the metaverse and they're making residual income. So there's a lot of possibilities with the metaverse. You know what I mean? And not only that, there's all the video games that are being developed in the metaverse. Which I just started. There's like workout ones. My friend, he has the Oculus Rift, and he has this like game where you're slicing like notes to the music. So I'm sitting there slicing, but it's like you're sweating, you're getting a good workout. So there's things like that. I think like games that could happen in the metaverse. I think that will make it very successful in the long
Yeah,
run.
yeah. I agree for the games, but for the other stuff, such as like living a life, buying the houses, stuff like that. I'm not sure because it reminds so much of the Instagram, and a lot of people are living their life on the Instagram, on the TikTok. The number of followers represents their success, and like they are hooked and addicted to it. So yeah, I don't know about the other side of the metaverse. I am afraid that a lot of people would go and forget their normal life, and okay, I'm loser at this life, and I'm gonna put my like VR, and I'm gonna go and be like, I don't know, neighbor of a Snoop Dogg in the metaverse and a cool kid. And so that's what I'm scared of. They're not gonna work on themselves on the real life, but on the metaverse. Like there needs to be some kind of a like a slice where's the line.
Where you draw the line? Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think even like parents when they're raising their children, maybe limit their time on the metaverse. Hey, you can only do it at 1 hour per day, or I think it
Imagine,
comes down to
imagine how does that sound. Okay, you can live your another life for 1 hour only, but come back after 1 hour on your normal life.
yeah. So I think it's going to be kind of like this thing, like just right now, like with video games. Kids are getting addicted to video games, so the parents have to, say, hey, you can only play video games for an hour a day, you know, because if not, then it's gonna become, like you said, it's scary. It's gonna become a habit where they only have confidence. They only want to develop themselves in this virtual world and not in the real world. So at the end of the day, I feel like the real world is the most important. This is what you should focus on. I think it's just being responsible parents. They need to raise the children um, to be more active in the real world and less active in that virtual world, even though it could be addicting and stuff. And who's to say adults might not get addicted? Then who knows? Maybe the government might need to come in and regulate it. I mean, I believe in free market, but yeah, that'd be scary if people. It's a very scary thought to think that people would want that virtual world over the real world.
Yeah,
It's very scary.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay, man, thank you so much for being my guest today. It was like an awesome talk. We managed to do 1 hour of a talking. It felt like a minute to me. It was really nice. Yeah, so I wish you all the luck with the project. I hope that you will achieve all your dreams and fulfill all your dreams with it. I'm gonna help you do it with some of the advices that I can do. And yeah, thank you for being my guest, and I hope that I'll see you soon.
All right, thank you, Crypto Prodigy Media, for having me, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Okay, have a nice day. Goodbye.
Bye.